All right, I'm back for Dusty's ongoing coverage of ESL Challenger Atlanta. I'm here with EliGE coming off of a unfortunate loss against the Mongols. So I guess the first thing we need to talk about is, what do you think went wrong there?
I mean, just the standard stuff that we've been messing up this entire event for the past 2 months. We just lose completely unlosable rounds that is just really frustrating. I don't know. I don't even really know what to say about it. If we won those rounds on T-side, we would have had an 8-4 half, 9-3 half potentially, but we throw away a 5v3 after plant bomb down, and we get ecoed as well. It's just these rounds we just can't lose. If we're playing teams that can shoot back and stuff, then we're gonna lose. They will take advantage of those mistakes from us, and we won't win.
Not to linger on the point too much, but I think a lot of people expected, as the top-ranked team, MongolZ to make a much deeper run in this event. When you're going back to the table after the event to figure out to do a post-mortem, what do you think is the biggest thing you guys can learn from this event and try to improve on in the future?
I would say I don't know, it's really hard because I feel a lot of the times, we've talked about how to play in these types of situations and these types of rounds, and then something just happens during the game where it doesn't happen. We feel rushed, we feel pressured to do something. I just keep hoping that it's experience, and we're thinking of all these different things. We've thought of different code words to use. We've talked about the situations tons of times. We've said in situations just calm down, we pause, and then we'll figure out a plan together, do something together, and then it just doesn't translate in the game. So, I'm trying to figure it out as well. Right now, it's really tough because we're consistently losing 5v3s, 5v4s, rounds that we should just not lose, and I'm not completely sure how to answer right now, but I'm going through the checklist of everything I can. I'm trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out as a team. What can we do fundamentally to solve this issue? But it's not an easy solution.
I hope they can hear me. Unfortunately, they're doing something out there. Were you surprised by the MongolZ? Obviously, you fell to them earlier in the tournament, but now that you've had time to sort of do in the lab against them, did their form surprise you here?
I'm not surprised by them or anything. They're just another team that is good, and I didn't think that they were they're not phased, they're not Vitality. They're a team that I think that we should be able to win against. Nothing crazy. I just think that our form is really bad, and how we were playing is just making it very easy for them. So, they played great as well. To be able to beat us, but I don't know. I felt it looked a lot worse from our side. Just obviously I'm playing in and everything, but on Inferno, for example, we're down 4v5 every round. They have the first pick 4, 5, 6 rounds out of that whole game, and then Overpass, we were in the driver's seat until we lost control of the really important rounds. So I don't know. I felt it was more us losing super hard. Obviously they're playing well to take advantage of it and to capitalize on it, but I feel that's most teams, and they are just a good team.
Now, with this loss here, you guys are heading home and you're heading into the winter player break. When that player break ends, we're going to be right into the major qualification cycle once again. It's sort of a must-make major for a lot of organizations as the first CS2 major. What are you guys going to be reevaluating after the winter player break? And do you think you're going to be ready for the major qualifiers?
I understand that we've had a very strenuous schedule. I think it's been very packed. We've had a lot of travel, a lot of events in a row, and I'm kind of disappointed, obviously, that we lost in my opinion, in an embarrassing fashion from Atlanta here. Not only just from the result standpoint, but just the way that we're losing here and at Elisa. I felt these should have been the events that we capitalized on our form, and that we're playing well as a team. Came into CS2 strong. We only lost a phase, and now we're kind of just completely crap in the bed, not playing well, giving away lots of advantages. So I think it hurts from a confidence standpoint where we can't start the next year rolling into it. And now my main goal is to make sure that we come into the year with kind of realigned expectations, I guess, where we need to build back up, because these types of losses definitely do hurt confidence for sure. And we're going to have to just start back from not ground zero, but in terms of a mental standpoint, okay guys, we're not a top 5 team. We're actually not a top 5 team. If we were a top 5 team, we would have actually either won these events or went further in these last two. So we need to realign like expectations and like just focus on the fundamentals and like act as if like, okay guys, we're the underdogs again. Like we are the underdogs. We didn't capitalize. We need to just really focus on everything and, you know, I don't know, come into the new year as strong as possible.
So, you know, realigned expectations for complexity, and we'll see EliGE sort of go back to the drawing board after winter. He's done it before on Liquid, and here's hoping he can do it again on complexity. Thank you so much for your time, EliGE, and we'll pull for you in your next event.